Okay, so January. We're in January. We're well into January. We're kind of in the middle of January. And since it's January, which I've already said about 10 times, it is time for me to go through my sales, my eBay sales from December of last year. How did I do? Is the question that I always ask at the beginning of these videos. And I will say that the year ended for me, December, on a down note. I was hoping to do at least 2,000 a month last year. And I might have had like 1 or 2 months where I achieved my minimum goal of 2,000 in sales each month. But overall, I did not. Last year for me was not a successful eBay year, I don't believe. Hopefully this year will be better because we just started ramping and revving up our eBay listings and hopefully sales. Let me just summarize very quickly. 36 sales total for the month, and I did cut the month short. I closed the store, I think, on like the 21st or something like that, or maybe the 22nd of the very latest. Or my last sale was on the 21st. Yeah, actually, I think I left the store open up until that evening before I was going to leave the next morning. So that probably would have been, let me check my calendar. Friday night, the 21st, was when I left it open too. So I cut short about a third of potential sales. Don't know if they would have been amazing sales for the end of the month. I didn't open the store up until a little bit into January. But let me just summarize quick, and then I'll go through my sales. 36 sales, grand total $1,292.66 in sales. My biggest ticket item was $199.99, and then everything else I sold, because my next biggest ticket item was $62.99, and then everything else I sold was less, and usually way less, like less than $30. But let me start off with my first sale. My first sale, a 2004 annual Swarovski Crystal Snowflake Star Christmas Ornament with original boxes. I got... That was the $200 sale, the $199.99 sale. I started off the month amazingly strong. I was like, oh my God, look at this first sale. It's like let me see, was it the first day? Yeah, it was December 1st, 2018, the first day of that month. I made a $200 sale. I was so confident that the month was going to be awesome. I was so confident the month was going to be awesome. And then it just kind of nosedived. Anyway, how long did I have it listed? I had it listed since April 21st, 2018. Why did it sell? Well, obviously because it was Swarovski. 2004 wasn't even like 15 years old, not even 15 years old. And I guess it's just rare, hard to find. Somebody gave me $200. They didn't even ask. They didn't ask for a discount. They didn't see if I would go lower. They just paid my price, which I like. All right. Any advice I can give you from that? I don't know. Swarovski. Swarovski's a good name. Whenever you see something Swarovski and it's cheap, just pick it up. All right, sale number 2. I got 3 handmade house pins by Lucinda. Now, if I had listed this, I would have put the word jewelry in the title for jewelry lot. But Marie did it, so, you know. Marie doesn't always do all the work she needs to do, but she'll get used to that. You know, she's still doing eBay. Let's see when she actually listed this. Yeah, she listed it in the summer, July 2018. So they weren't listed forever. And $19.99, averaging about a little less than $7 a pin, which is fine. That's why I say if you see these Lucinda house pins for about $1, $2 at most, pick them up, and then you can list them individually, but your best bet is to put them in lots of 3, and they'll sell easier and quicker, and you'll make more money because you won't have to pay for shipping. Moving on. All right, here's an interesting item. 1981 Reagan Bush Presidential Inaugural Blazer Button Set in Box by Ben Silver. I don't remember what I paid for this. I probably paid $10 at a flea market. Marie listed it. Sold for $41.99 free shipping. I don't know. Nothing I can really say on this sale. It is what it is. Just if you see something like this, pick it up if it's $10 or less. How long did I have it listed? Let me see. November 8th. Not even I guess about a month, less than a month. Nice. Okay. Good sale. All right, next. A perfume. I sell mostly perfumes, costume jewelry, and I don't know. And then sometimes glass and games, but all right, here we go. First perfume sale of the month. And it was not a big ticket sale. It was $31.99. Jean or Jean, so I'll just say Jean Desprez, Paris, Bal et Versailles, Eau de Toilette Spray. 1.7 ounce, 90% full. How long did I have it listed? July 15. I guess I started listing a bunch of perfumes. I have a lot of perfumes that need to be listed, so I just started listing a bunch. I started listing them in the summer. July 15, 2018, took less than 6 months to sell, so great, you know. And I don't remember what I paid for it, so I probably paid like 10 or less, you know. Okay, here's something that I had at the flea markets and my showcase for a while, and I finally just gave up and said, screw it, I'll put it on eBay. I put it on eBay. It's a Nintendo Wii Mario Kart game with steering wheel, in-box, complete, sealed, new. Box wasn't in pristine condition. So that's why I didn't want to list it at first. I didn't want to put it on eBay. I didn't want to describe damage or whatever. I was willing to take less. Plus, at $48.99, I was going to lose money on shipping and, of course, eBay fees. Probably would have given me more like $30-something for it, which I think at the flea... I think I was trying to get $20 to $30 at the flea market and showcase. Anyway, I put it on in November 13th, and it sold in less than a month. So great, you know, nice quick sale. And how long did I have it before I put it to sale? I would say maybe 5 or 6 months. Flea markets and my showcase with nothing. You'll probably see it if you ever look at my showcase videos. It'll probably be sitting there in some of them. But why did it sell? Because it was brand new in box. People like to buy brand new in box, and it wasn't that expensive. You could have got a used one for just a little bit less, I believe, maybe like 25 or 30. I think the game goes for like 20 by itself. So, all right, nice sale. I had to put it on eBay. I tried to sell at the flea market. On to the next item. All right, here's the standard item that everybody can sell. It's sold on the 6th, so I'm still early into December, making several small sales pretty much almost every day. But this was a vintage sign H. Pomerantz Incorporated, New York, silvertone bracelet with medieval design. $30. Why did it sell? It is cool. The fact that it was signed helped the sale. What else can I say about it? Nothing. It's just cool, and signed jewelry sells. That's a lesson. Whenever you have signed jewelry, check it on eBay, you know, because someone might be collecting the name. All right, next sale, perfume. Back to perfumes. Perfumes and jewelry. That's what we mostly sell. Okay, another item I had listed less. Remember I told you I listed a bunch of perfumes, and I listed a bunch of perfumes, and it's not like I'll list like 30 perfumes, and I'll get like maybe 4 sales immediately from some of them. So that's pretty much what I did, and this is one of them. This is Ma Liberté de Jean Petito, Paris, Eau de Toilette Spray, 1.7 fluid ounces. It was, which is also 50 milliliters. It was 85% full. Got $40 for it. Yeah, that's it. When I bought this, did I know it was going to be worth $40? Nah. You know, I don't like to pay, unless I know better, I don't like to pay more than $5 for a bottle of perfume. That's my safety number. I always feel I can get back at least $5. All right, here's a CD I sold. Let's see when I had this listed. Okay, this CD was listed for about 8 years. Listed in January 28, almost 9 years. 2011, sold in December of 2018. Before I started doing Amazon, I know where everything is, so I didn't have to look for it, but I did have to wipe the dust off of this little puppy here. $7.99 plus $3 shipping. This was before I started doing shipping, free shipping. A total of $10.99. Whatever. It's just a CD, you know. I don't have any CDs on Amazon right now. I took them all off, but this was pre-Amazon, and I have a bunch that were on Amazon that I have to relist, or that I was gated from selling on Amazon. Next sale, back to perfume. Calvin Klein Obsession Night for Men. Eau de Toilet Spray, 4 ounce, 90% full. Only got $24.99 for it. You'd think, oh, Calvin Klein, a designer. Nah. It's the old stuff, the out-of-stock stuff that goes for good money. Newer stuff, you know, there's always some, I'm going to borrow Steve's expression, yo-yo, that buys them like in huge quantities and then lists them for ridiculously low prices and pretty much crushes everybody else on eBay and screws the market until they sell out. What I normally do with low-selling perfumes is I say, screw it. I'm not going to make it go below a certain price. Like maybe like $18 is my low price for perfumes. And I don't care. I'll just leave it sit until it sells. Anyway, Calvin Klein. You think with a name like Calvin Klein, it might have been worth more than $24.99, but it was not. Here's an unusual item, and it's another Christmas-related item sold in December, early enough in the month, December 8th, for them to receive it before Christmas. I had this, geez, we didn't even have it listed that long. December 6th, it was listed less than a month, wait a minute, 2 days, 2 whole days, and we sold it. $19.99. And this is something that I almost didn't list because, you know, I put stuff in places and I go, let me get to it. And this is one that I just put someplace and I just stumbled across it. A couple days before we listed it, I guess. $20. What can I tell you about the sale? Nothing too much. It's Christmas items. Sometimes people collect and sell Christmas. This isn't even a valuable one. If I took it to the flea market, it would have been a no sale, or I might have only gotten a few dollars for it. Back to perfume. Next sale. Vintage Aramis Tuscany Per Uomo Eau de Toilette Natural Spray. Per Uomo? Uomo? That means for men, in case you didn't know. $62.99, not bad, not shabby. If I see this stuff around, I'll pick it up. Something like this, I'd pay. I recognize this. I don't always recognize what I sell stuff for. This is actually a larger bottle, 3.4 ounces, even though it was not full. I would remember to pay at least $10 for this. I don't know if I would pay $20 if I saw it, but I would remember like 10 or 12. Anyway, $62.99 a perfume. I am not a walking thesaurus, I guess, or reference book of perfume prices. I like to not pay a lot for them. Like I say, 5 to 10 is my safety. 5 or less is what I really want to pay, and then go home and find out, because a lot of them aren't really worth that much or listing, you know. And I would say Avon and New Stuff are the two that I avoid the most. All right, off of perfume, back to jewelry. Vintage red and clear prong set, rhinestone dangle, pierced earrings. I don't know why this sold. I guess somebody just needed earrings that look like that. Maybe they had something to match. Good title. Not signed. We just thought they were pretty enough to sell on their own. Had it listed since February 2018. And it sold for a whopping $12.99. What would we have sold it at the flea market for? Maybe $4. Marie's been pulling a lot of her jewelry from the flea market. She's getting frustrated. It's a great way to thin out and redo her showcase. Because summer is coming around and she'll start finding more jewelry. And this way, it's all the old stuff is cleared out. Our next sale happened now. This isn't halfway through the month, but it's halfway through my selling month. And what did I sell? I sold a set of 4 vintage Reed & Barton Harlequin silver plate 5 o'clock spoons. I don't think Marie paid a lot for this stuff. I think she paid 50 cents a piece for these spoons when she picked them up. 20 bucks, a very solid and honest profit. Shipping was probably like $4 at most. And didn't even have them listed long. December 5th is 2018. So that's cool. That's a good sale. When I bought these, did I know that these would sell quickly or whatever? Nah, not really. You know, it's just something we bought and we just list and figure it sells when it sells. All right, our next sale. I mean, you can see a lot of these sales are really low numbers. It's like I feel like everybody is just looking for the cheapest, lowest price. You know, nobody's spending a lot of money on anything, at least not with me, you know. But here, my next sale, a big ticket item, $25.99, free shipping. 2 pair of vintage, antique, actually, mother of pearl abalone cremants cufflinks. Like 12 bucks a pop. What would you have gotten at the flea market for these? $3 or $4, maybe $5 at the absolute most. I have a feeling Marie had them in a showcase. Nobody was noticing them. She said, I'll just put them online and they'll sell. And they did sell relatively quickly. On to the, well, not that quickly, you know, February, I guess almost about 10 months. All right, on to the next item. Now, I bought a bunch of these. I bought a card full, and I think I paid a couple of bucks a piece or so. I don't even know. I might have paid $1 a piece. Maybe I paid $1.50 because I bought them all. I don't even know, right? But see these stupid little teeny weeny, smaller than a quarter celluloid pins? We sold all of these from $15 to about $25 a piece. 20 bucks on this one. Now, am I going to say they sold right away? No. This might have been my last one or next to last one that I have left. And I think I had about 20 or 25 of them in total. When did I start listing these? May 11, 2015. More than 3 years ago. So it took me like 3 years to sell them. But the profit margin on these was probably about 15 bucks a pin or more. So, well, no, maybe about 14. I'll even say probably I made about $250 to $300 in profit over a period of 3 years on these pens because my profit margin on them was anywhere from $10 and up. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I had about 25 or so. Cufflinks. These cufflinks. Quick summary of the story of these cufflinks. I bought a whole bunch of them off a friend who many years ago tried to sell them for years and years at the flea markets, probably about a year or two. Nobody would buy them. He even tried to sell them to a cufflink dealer, offered them all for a ridiculous price where he would get them at about $2.50, less than $3 a piece. He was like, but the price would have came out to almost $1,000. He was like, no, that's too much, even though there were like maybe 300 or 400 of them. We said, fine, gave up, put them on eBay, and I've been selling them over a period of years. These were listed March 12, 2015, so it's approaching 4 years now, which means I probably had these about 6 years, selling almost none at the flea markets, and most of my sales coming from eBay. I've sold, even from this small lot of them, I've sold 3 of them already, which would be about like 45 bucks or so, maybe $40 in profit. And I don't know, that's the story, you know. I still have hundreds of them, and it's just a nice little sale. I get it sporadically. Every once in a while, someone buys a pair of the cufflinks, you know. And usually I sell at least 1, 2, or 3 pair a month. All right, my next sale. Oh, my God, this stinking thing. Now, this looks like it sold pretty quick because we listed it in October 16, 2018. But I believe I had this for like about 4 or 5 years. And I knew it wasn't worth that much. It's a Waterford Crystal 12 Days of Christmas 5 Golden Rings 1988 ornament. When I bought this many years ago as a Waterford ornament, I looked it up and saw, oh, it's only worth like 10 to 15 bucks. So I didn't want to list it. I was like, I'll just take it to the flea market, sell it for like $5. And then years and years of me trying to sell it, many years, and it never selling. And then me actually leaving it in a box in the garage and it getting buried. And then me finding it like, I guess in October of this year and going like, no, you know what? I think I had it in the showcase for a couple, I don't even know. I just kept trying to try. Finally, I gave up, put it on eBay, and I made $14.99, 15 stinking bucks. At least it sold. Whatever. You know, sometimes you just, it's either, what else am I going to do with it? Throw it away? You know, I could give it to somebody and say, here, you put it on auction, keep the money. And I would do that. You know, my good friend Daryl, I was giving him stuff to list, but right now he's still recuperating from his stroke. Hey, if you can, please donate to his GoFundMe. All right, it's a low goal. It would really help him out. You don't even have to donate a lot. You know, he's my good friend, and he needs help. All right, my next sale. It's a pretty cool item. Normally, you don't see these in wood. And that's what this was. It was a normally see these in metal or with abalone shells. This was actually probably the first wood one I ever had. And it was a vintage wood articulated fish bottle opener pendant with abalone eyes. See the mouth on that thing? It was made to open bottles. That's what they were for. And this one was a pendant. So I guess like if you were, I think these came out of like Mexico or something. Or so if you were like drinking your cervezas in Mexico, you could just be wearing this as a necklace and then just, you know, pop open that cerveza. Anyway, $24.99. When did we list this? Yeah, it was listed about a year because it sold December 13th. I mean, I listed it. I was paid this. Oh, wait a minute. It sold December 13th and I listed it December 16th, 2017. About a year. Yeah, it was in good condition. I didn't see anything wrong with it. $24.99, not bad, right? Don't remember what I paid for it. I probably paid like $5 or less. That's what I would pay for something like that, because I know it's not worth a lot of money. The big ones you can pay more for. The little ones, no, don't pay too much for it. All right, my next sale, December 13th. We're kind of winding down to where it would be the end of the month for me. Another Swarovski item, $50. Swarovski. Look for Swarovski items. I think we paid like $20 for this at a sale. Marie felt that we paid too much. I was like, nah. We didn't know if it would be an easy or quick sale. It wasn't that bad. We bought it in May, or we listed it in May. April, May, June, July. So I guess, you know, right around the end of the winter. And listed in May 2018. And a decent sale, $50, right? Can't go wrong. Swarovski, you see Swarovski, and it's cheap. Pick it up. Don't worry. Be confident. Even the earrings can sell. Even the Swarovski earrings can sell probably like $20, $25 if you just put them and somebody wants them, you know, on eBay. All right, back to jewelry. I like to, you know, I mostly list a lot of jewelry and perfumes because I have a perfect perfume set, and jewelry's small and light to ship. Here's just a vintage, funky, mid-century silver-toned choker necklace with a large pendant. $28.99. I don't know why it's sold. You know, I guess because it's just funky. Somebody liked the design, or someone recognized the design and bought it and is relisting it for a lot more money. I don't know. Marie got $28.99 for it. Probably had it at the flea market for a while. And didn't take us too long to sell on eBay. We listed in November 8th of 2018. So it was listed a little bit more than a month, which is fine. I love selling stuff. If I list everything in a month and it sells in a month, I'd be freaking rich. I'd be rolling in dough. You know, I'd be saying like, oh my God, eBay's the greatest thing ever. I love eBay. But that's not the case. You know, I got these sales, you know, where I even in this particular video, I had one sale. I think it was like where I had the item listed 7 years. Okay, here's a Christmas ornament. I bought a box of Christmas ornaments for like $5 or a couple of bucks at a yard sale, because there were some Gorham and some other ones in there. And I went through it, and everything worth more than like $12 I put on eBay, and Marie listed it. And then I sold the rest of the contents, which was a bunch of ornaments, for like $5 just to get rid of it. And I'm doing that more and more. I'm just like, I don't want stuff. I don't want to have a lot of stuff. So I'm just like selling stuff for ridiculously low prices based on size or how difficult I think it'll be to sell. You know, someone else can make a lot of money on it over time. I'm just not into it. Anyway, sold December 14, 2018, and we listed it in the beginning of November. It was listed about I'm sorry, the end of November, November 29. It was listed a couple of weeks. Quick sale. Nice, nice. And we listed the ornaments because it was the month of Christmas. All right. Getting near the end of my listing month, 12/15. Next item, perfume, sold for $34.99. When did I list it? November 2018. Just like I said, it's part of the perfumes where I just listed a whole boatload. I was going to say shitload, but I decided to say boatload. Clean it up. A whole boatload. Because perfumes come in boats. Of perfumes. Let's see. Sold December 15th. What can I tell you about the sale? Nothing special. $34.99. Schulten C concentrated cologne in a 1 fluid ounce bottle. Oh, remember the celluloid pin? I think the deer one I sold? Well, this one's of a little boy with a pig. $19.99, same price as the deer. Listed this May 11, 2015, same time as the deer, all on the same day. Had these for not very long before we decided to just list them. We bought them just to immediately list them. This thing is, again, I don't have a coin for reference on it. This thing is about the size of a quarter, maybe a teeny bit larger. $20, not a bad deal. And it listed because of what it is, like a coal-painted celluloid pin. All right, oh my God, this thing. All right, this is, I make mistakes all the time, and this is one of my mistakes. Wish it was a steak, I would eat it. I would have ate it up a long time ago. Lennox Porcelain 1993 Harp Seal Pup Figurine Endangered Baby Animal Series. Bought this at a yard sale with some other ones. I probably paid like 8 or 10 a piece for them. It took me forever to sell any of them. I barely made any money on them. I'm surprised I didn't broke them. I had this thing for years before, and I had it everywhere. I know it was in the showcase. I know it was at the flea markets. Years and years just trying to sell it. And again, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'll never sell it at the flea market. They just wouldn't buy it. I was down to like $8, I think, because I probably paid $8 for it. They wouldn't buy it. So I just put it on eBay, September 27, 28, and I was like, screw it. You can just sit in a box until I sell you. And it did sell relatively quickly. Couple of months, September to December. $21.99. It probably cost me $10 to ship with eBay fees. I'm pretty sure at the very least I got my money back. All right, whatever. My advice to you on stuff like that: don't pay more than $1 or $2. Screw it. Lennox isn't a big deal. Everybody's like, you go to yard sales, it's Lennox. It's Lennox. Yeah, you know how many people have Lennox just sitting in their closets because they got it as wedding gifts? It's probably like the first thing that pops up on the registry when people are getting married, or just like, I don't know what to get them. I'll just get them something from freaking Lennox. Yeah, my friend's getting married. I don't know what to, just get them something from Lennox. Lennox, right? Everybody gets stuff from Lennox, and that's what they did. Anyway, here's my next item. Back to perfume. Vintage Prince Machiavelli. No, I'm sorry, Machiavelli. Machiavelli Wind Song Cologne Spray Mist. The song is stuck in my freaking head. And it goes like this. I can't seem to forget you. Your wind song stays on my mind. That's why it's stuck in my head. I can't seem to forget that freaking song. But $21.99. Did I make a lot on it? Nah. It probably cost me about, I don't know. I'm sure it was more than $4 to ship or whatever. So, and I might have paid more for it because I might have thought, oh, wind song, Machiavelli, they still make that. But whatever. It's not worth that much. $21.99. But still, $20, right? Can't complain. Hopefully, I didn't pay more than $5 for it, which would probably make, I've made profit maybe 5 to 10 at most on that stuff. 10 at most. And again, it was part of perfumes that I just started grabbing perfumes and listing a bunch of perfumes. All right, that's my phone. Every once in a while, my phone makes a weird noise. I don't know if you'll hear it, but that was my phone making a weird noise. All right, my next sale, back to perfume. Shalimar. Guerlain. Vintage Shalimar Eau de Parfum Guerlain Natural Spray, 2.5 fluid ounces. So kind of a decent size. 70% full. Got $60 for it. And how long did this take to sell? Let's see. May 13, 2018. Not that bad. You know, not that bad at all. I sold it December 16th. What can I tell you? Guerlain is always a good name, and Shalimar is also pretty good too. Bigger bottles always do better. $60. Again, I probably paid 5 to 10 for it. You know, I don't think I pay more than 10. I really don't like paying more than 10 for anything. All right, we're getting towards the end of my sale period. I got 10 more things to go through. Jewelry, and it's Crown Trifari. Out of all the Trifari jewelry that sells, Crown Trifari sells the best. And does Crown Trifari say Crown Trifari on it? No. It says Trifari, but over the T, there's always a little crown. And so that's why people call it Crown Trifari. Crown Trifari. $29.99. Signed Crown. I don't know what's going on with me and my words. Signed. I'll try one more time. Signed Crown Trifari Gold Tone Butterfly Pen with turquoise and blue glass accents. It's actually a very pretty pen. $30. What would we have gotten at the flea market for it? $5 tops. They wouldn't have even given us 8. How long did we have it listed? I think I already went through that. Not very long at all. Less than a month. Less than... Jesus Christ, we sold it the same day. We listed it on the 17th. It sold on the 17th. Nice. That's even better than selling stuff in under a month. Okay. Next sale, more jewelry. But this is a Christmas tree print brooch. This was a signed MYLU, Aurora Borealis Rhinestone Christmas Tree pin brooch. It sold around Christmas because it was a Christmas tree pin. We listed it in November 25th, 2018. So we had it for less than a month. December 17th is when it sold. Christmas trees, Christmas jewelry sells around Christmas. Nothing else I can tell you besides that. Sometimes it sells after Christmas, but if you have 1 million Christmas pieces of jewelry listed and you sell 100,000 of them, you probably sold 99,000 of them around Christmas, and then the rest during the year. Next, jewelry, and back to Swarovski. You notice we sold several pieces of Swarovski jewelry and other items. That this month in particular. This is a vintage swan sign Swarovski. If you don't know what Swarovski signature looks like, it doesn't say Swarovski on the jewelry. It has an embossed swan. Just check the picture I show below. Aurora Borealis crystal necklace, 36 inches. If you see jewelry that looks like that and it's crystal, it's usually Swarovski crystals. But again, just go for the stuff that has the swan on it. Because look, I got $52.99, $53 for this. How long was it listed? Let's see. Not long. A couple of months. October 2018. Don't know if Marie had it at the flea market or just bought it and she's kind of given up on the flea market for a lot of jewelry. So October 9th, sold very quickly. All right. Next. Back to perfumes. Calvin Klein again. Calvin Klein. You think Calvin Klein, that's a good designer name. Their colognes, perfumes will sell for a lot of money. Well, here's a Calvin Klein Eternity for Men cologne splash. 3.4 fluid ounces. Big bottle. 70% full. At least 2 and change ounces left. $32.99. Not bad. You know, if you pick it up for 5 or less, that's pretty good. 10 or more. You're not making much money on that, depending on shipping. If you can get it to ship first class, then you're looking about like $4 or $5, right? Shipping isn't going to take that big a bite. But again, 10 or less on that one. I mean, and be afraid to pay more, you know, because I was fortunate. Let me see. Actually, did I have it that long? It might have been part of all the jewelry that I had been listing. Yeah, I didn't have it that long, so it was a quick sale. Good. Still, though, you know, you got to be careful. All right, another Christmas pin, piece of Christmas jewelry sold. This was a signed Monet Toy Soldier Nutcracker enamel and rhinestone pin. Didn't sell for a lot of money, $20. I think Marie listed it and it sold right away. Yeah, start time. Yeah, it took a day to sell. Start time December 17th, 2018. Sell time December 18th. Took one full day. She actually bought this at a flea market, immediately put it on because Christmas was coming, and sold it rather quickly. It's a nice pin, signed Monet. People are probably collecting it because it was Christmas and because it was signed Monet. I don't have a lot more sales left, so I'm just going to try and go through these. Victoria's Secret. Another perfume. Victoria's Secret Dream Angels. Wish OD Perfume Spray. 2.4 fluid ounces, and it looked pretty damn full. Did I know this was going to be a $60 bottle of perfume? Nah, when I bought it. Usually with Victoria's Secret, you have to wait for the stuff to be discontinued. I think Victoria's Secret does limited edition runs of perfumes. I don't really know 100%, but I really believe they do. So that's something to pay attention to. Even the plastic bottles, you get them for $1. You know, they don't really, they take a long time to increase in value. A long time. But you can buy them and sit on them or do them in lots if you get a bunch of them. But there it is, almost $60, $58.99 for another perfume. I don't know how much it cost me to ship, but at $60, it doesn't really bother that much. It's when I sell it for less that I start to get nervous. I don't know if you ever heard of this designer. Her name is Judith Ripka. This was a 925 sterling silver vermeil, 36-inch cubic zirconia CZ Stations necklace. Why did it sell? Judith Ripka. Judith Ripka is a very high-end designer, but she has sold stuff on QVC, usually silver jewelry, and I don't know if she makes costume. I believe she mostly works in silver and gold. If you find anything made in gold by Judith Ripka, it could be worth, at the very least, hundreds to $1,000+ dollars. Judith Ripka, $50. Don't know what we paid for it. Can't remember. I'm not sure how long it took. Let me just see. How long did it take to sell? How long did you take to sell? Not very long. December 18th. Marie must have just looked at it. Oh, it sold the same day. All right, nice. Marie must have just found the correct price, listed it, and since it was almost Christmas, we got the person right away. All right, our next sale, more jewelry, but this one's kind of cool. It was a vintage carved plastic cross pendant micro mosaic center with chain necklace. It wasn't Bakelite or celluloid. Well, maybe it was celluloid, but it wasn't Bakelite. But it was cool. We had never seen something like this. A hand-carved piece with a micro mosaic. Still wasn't worth a fortune. $25. That's what she got. She was happy with it. She started it in December. This was another one-day sale. So somebody found it right away and bought it. It sold in one day. December 18, 2018. Sold the 19th. All right. 2 more sales, and then I'm done. That's it. This might be a short video. I don't know. You know, we shall see. But our next sale is another one of those old vintage Sanrio. Not even that old, but about 20 years old. Hello Kitty goes back to the 70s, I believe. This one was from 1999. Hello Kitty Batsu Maru delightfully devilish 5-inch plush with tag. I bought these at a yard sale for like $1 to $1 a piece, maybe 2 a piece. I was gonna sell them at the flea markets or my showcase $3 to $5. It turns out they were worth anywhere from $20 to about $40-something a piece. Bats Maru sold the best. The other ones also sold, but you know, not as easily. And the Bats Maru sold for the most money. Some of them I listed. I sold the next day. Holiday ones seemed to do well. That's about all I can tell you on that. All right. Let's find our last sale now. And again, I probably closed the store down that night. Yeah, this was my last sale. This is a unique item. If you ever see something like that looks like this, now you know what it's for. People have antique pocket watches, and instead of laying them on their counter or table or put them in a jewelry box all the time, they made stands in which you could kind of display your clock, keep it safe, and also use it as a standing clock to tell time, you know, like on your counter, like a counter, a table clock. That's what this was. This was a vintage antique, and it was gilt. It was a pocket watch holder, frame, display, easel, or stand. $50. Now, often these are worth more. I believe we had this for $80. And I was emailed with an offer of $50. Since I was about to shut down the store for the next day, and I figured, let me squeeze another $50 out of this thinking month, I took the offer and didn't even go back and forth with the guy, because literally I was going to shut down the store that evening. I said, look, I told him what was going on. I'm going on vacation. If you want it, I'm going to lower the price for the day, and if you buy it, I'll ship the next day. And he bought it. But this is a unique item. These are often worth, at the very least, $50 and upwards of hundreds or more. And that's it. That's my month. My last month, December 2018. Starting the new year. So far, how am I doing this year? Now, I'm already halfway into the month, and I did not open the store immediately. I think I waited to like the 5th day of the month because it was on vacation. And I actually opened it up because here's something you should know. If you have a large store, right, and you shut it down, and then when you're for vacation, and you take it off of vacation, right, and you put it back, all your listings don't automatically pop up. They take like a day to 2 or sometimes 3 days for everything to show up. Mine took like almost 3 days. So what I did was I turned my store back on while I was traveling back, or the morning that I was about to leave. No, actually the night before I was going to leave that morning to travel back. I turned my store back, and it was over the weekend, so I wouldn't have shipped anything anyway. So I had 2 days to sell coming back. And I made no sales on a trip back, and I was like, God damn it, Yeah. And my first sale was on the 5th, and that was the day I got home. So far this month, I've had 14 sales with a grand total of $429. So how am I doing this month? I'm halfway in, 15th. And again, January, not good. I have over 1,000. I have almost 1,200 items listed. So, screw you, eBay. If what do they say? You love them or you leave them? Yeah, look at this. I'm looking at my sales for this month, and I've had 2 sales. God. I've had 1 sale over $50 for $52.99. And then everything else is 40 or less, and mostly less. All right, whatever. I still got 15 days to try and pull out of this eBay slump. Anyway, I hope there were some things that you saw that you would have never thought to buy, and now you've realized, wow, this could be worth money. I should keep my eyes open for that, and I will buy it. Hope I've given you some helpful advice. No reason to drag this video on. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.